it might take me to go through, and it's at 86%, which I've gone through before. And another goal, you could try to raise your number a little bit if you're going back through these, just to practice them and keep them fresh in your mind until you can build a habit of remembering this easier. Depends on every person's a little bit different for learning. But here we go. Go to the next one. We're on number 14.
Exchange.
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 Exchange. Exchange.
So you just which is ex, and then you take exchange. Well, you take change. So you could do exchange. You could do exchange, just to remember it.
Exchange.
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 Sometimes where the way your finger positioning are on these things,
Cringe.
I sometimes press the wrong button, so you gotta be careful with that. Cringe.
Cringe. Cringe. Cringe.
And one of the goals that you want to work on this thing with TTRS is not looking at the keyboard while you're typing.
Cringe.
Just another thing that helps you. Cringe. And you can even do it while talking.
Cringe.
You can cringe while talking. Well,
Cringe.
not cringe while talking, but and you can do it
Fringe.
while talking. The ultimate goal would be to
Fringe.
do this while talking and just
Fringe.
keep on typing like this, but it's sometimes harder
Fringe.
to remember.
Fringe.
Like, obviously I'm pausing while talking
Fringe.
some of these because I got to think for a second what these
Fringe.
are spelling.
Fringe.
Fringe.
Hinge.
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 Forge.
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 Four. So you could take four with and a GE at the end. So that could be another way you could break it down to remember
Forge.
this word. Forge.
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 Gorge.
Gorge. This is the same thing, but with a G instead of an F. So you could think of it the same, like go, orge. I mean, that might be a little out there though. Gorge.
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 Gorge. Oops.
Gorge.
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 Gorge. Gorge.
Gorge.
Gorge.
Gorge. Gorge.
Gorge.
Gorge.
Gorge.
Huge.
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 It's another thing, you just gotta sometimes slow down. I mean, obviously I kind of sped up a little too fast. Huge.
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 Huge. Huge.
But yeah.
Huge.
Slowly but surely you'll get through these. Huge.
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 Exchange.
This is ick, and then change. Exchange. XE. Change. Change.
Exchange.
Exchange.
Cringe.
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 Fringe.
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 Oh, whoops. I pressed G. The G and the F button are pretty close together if you look down on your keyboard. But, yeah, there's just other things that are annoying sometimes. Fringe.
Hinge.
Sometimes I call it fat fingering. You fat finger another button because you actually hit two at the same time. Hinge.
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 Forge.
Forge. Or
Forge.
sometimes you're just not paying attention and you just accidentally type over the other, or you actually press the one thing
Gorge.
on accident without
Huge.
thinking about it. Sometimes that happens.
Huge.
Huge. I got a 96 on that, which I'm fine with that right now. I mean, maybe eventually I want to be able to get 100%, but here's a practice module. Now these right here on the TTRS, this is where you're doing a spelling test pretty much, where it comes up, and you got to go with what they tell you without doing it from the past couple modules.
Kid.
So like right here is kid,
Kid.
kid. And there's another thing.
Kid.
Well, once you have this on, you can click and see the word, and it shows you it if you couldn't figure it out, if you're struggling with it. That's right here. You click the little eye. It says show word. This will help if you can't see it, obviously. But kid. And then as soon as you type, it goes away.
Kilt.
So kilt. So like when I type, well, so I've already typed this in, but as soon as I type something in, it goes away.
Kilt.
I'll show you here. So now that's showing kilt, kilt, and as soon as you type any word, it goes away. So you can't look at it and type it. Kit,
Kit.
kit,
Kite.
kite,
Kite.
kite,
Keen.
keen, keen. That's two e's.
Keen.
Keen,
Kettle.
kettle, 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 kettle. Wait. Kettle. Did I spell it?
Kettle.
Kettle. Tull. Oh. Okay, hold on. I'm confused. Oh, it's two T's. Okay. See, like that right there. That's something I need to work on. Words I can't get it. Kettle.
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 Skid.
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 Skill.
But hey, the more you practice this, the better you build up your skills at spelling. You know, see these words coming hand in hand. Skill.
Skill.
Oops.
Skill.
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 Skim. Skim.
Skim.
Skin.
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 Skip.
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 Age.
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 Age. So here's another thing they'll do. As you can see, now that I have age, they're going to add words that go with age. So like they'll add a whatever is before this. We'll find out what's the next one once I press the space bar. But sometimes they'll have this, so they'll give you a keyword to how to spell the next word sometimes.
Cage.
So like this is cage, which is age with a C, so cage.
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 Page.
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 Rage.
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 Which I do like this, that they do this sometimes. Rage.
Stage.
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 Wage.
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 Engage.
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 Change.
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 Exchange.
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 Cringe.
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 Fringe.
Fringe. Oops, fringe. So cringe and fringe are the same word pretty much, but with a C instead of, or an F instead of a C.
Fringe.
Fringe.
Hinge.
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 What? Oh, I forgot the E. I was like, what the heck? I was kind of confused there.
Hinge.
Hinge.
Forge.
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 Gorge.
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 Huge.
Huge.
Huge. Huge.
Oops. Huge.
Engage.
And oh, see now here. So this is where the spelling test starts with an actual sentence, or you're gonna be typing out some kind of sentence. So as the uppercase right there sign popped up, so you do an uppercase E, engage.
Engage.
And you got to do it again just because it disappears because it has you type it twice with the setting I have set on. Engage.
On.
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 A. Wage.
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 A.
A.
Page.
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 Some of these sentences, I mean, I find kind of ridiculous because they go like traditional stuff. Page.
With.
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 Skill.
Skill.
Period.
Oh, and that's the end of the sentence. So now you're gonna add a period because you're finishing the sentence, which is like proper grammar. and I'll
skill,
have you do it again. So it's skill, and
period,
you're gonna do a period again just to finish it off. And I got a 87%, so I'm gonna run through this again until I get it active, which
kid,
okay. Now that I got 91% on here, a little bit more annoying. That's as long as it's above 90. That's what I want. I'm gonna end it right here. Well, anybody that's out there struggling is inspired to start writing, spelling, or reading, whatever. Or if you have struggle with anything else, maybe with whatever you're struggling with, I hope you decide to start fixing that. Just better yourself every day, one thing at a time. You can spend a minute, 15 minutes. It doesn't matter. But thank you guys for watching. If you like this, don't forget to subscribe. And this will be the end of my video.